Hello, everybody. Jim Malone here, coming to you live on Dallas Trading Floor. Well, it is Monday. It is Monday the 10th of May, and it looks like interesting. This market is very strange. I mean, it's definitely moving. Kind of, it's moving up, but yet the techs aren't moving up; they're moving down. So there's been a big movement away from the techs to the more commodity stocks and some of the Dow components. And as a matter of fact, I have a really excellent bull put spread on Deere and Company. They're ahead of their earnings on the 21st actually, and you can pick that up on Vinny.com. It's Vinny VHINNEY.com/U/Dallas Trading Floor, and if you jump on over to that, you'll see kind of knocked my mic out. Let's make sure I'm working here. Make sure that is all working. Let's see if I've got it on. Hopefully I do. Yeah, it seems like I'm doing good. Okay, there we go. Just knocked it out of the socket there. So yeah, well, that's sometimes how it goes. Yeah, so here we go, kind of with sort of the general overall kind of look-see here. Just kind of want to show you the weakness in the Nasdaq here with the chart. Basically, what's happening, is it just can't. It sort of has fallen down to this very key level, the 50-day line, and it looks like it's pulled below it once again. So the strength in the market right now is not in the Nasdaq stocks. It's in the oils, some of the commodities plays, and the Dow stocks. Kind of interesting. Sort of a turnabout from the way it's been. So as you can see, the Nasdaq is down. That's of course where all of the big tech stocks live. Microsoft, Apple, even Tesla lives there, and it's just not doing well. I mean, let's just take a look at Tesla. TSLA, of course, is the symbol for that, and that's fallen below the 50-day line. So it just seems like it's down to 632. Now, if it falls all the way down to 580, that's where I have the mark here. That's where we want to possibly see a reversal. But for right now, it's best to stay out of some of these big techs that have been doing so well last year, and that includes Microsoft and Tesla. So let's look at Microsoft too. MSFG, of course. This one, this is the bellwether, and even though it's still above the 50-day line, it's pulled back and it's now below the 21 days. So this is, the relative strength on Microsoft. It's not very good. I'm still holding a lot of Apple. I'm going to probably be trying to lighten up on Apple, but it seems to be holding a little bit better, just a tad, not a lot. It's pulled back down to the to the 50-day line. So hopefully we'll get a bounce there, but it looks like it's trading in a very, very thin, narrow range. So just not a good time to be in the not a good time to be in any of the Nasdaq stocks. The place you want to be right now is in the Dow stocks. I'll show you the Dow Jones. It's just moving right up very nicely here, and that's part of the reason I have this bull put spread on Deere and Company. Of course, they're a component of the Dow, so it's a very important component. The relative strength on the Dow is up, as well as the thing itself. I'm sorry to hear that you bought Apple. Probably not a good time to be buying Apple right now. I'm trying to lighten up my load. Talk on crypto. Crypto, you can make money on crypto, but long term, I don't. Long term, it's probably going to fade, just like a lot of things. But anyways, I have made money on crypto, but I am not a real fan of it. Okay, let's look at the S&P 500. S&P is holding up very nicely. It's above the 10-day line, which is very good. So basically, the S&P is doing well. The Dow's doing well, and unfortunately not so much for the Nasdaq. So that's kind of how it plays out. All right, let's take a look at some of the questions. Jim, what do you think about GDX short term? Okay, I'm not really a big fan of a lot of the ETFs because I just think it's time to move into a different sector of the economy, and I think that's the oils. But let's look at GDX. Okay, so that's Vera gold miners. The miners are doing very well, and but the gold miners, I think where you want to be, Zon, is not in this one, because I think the real action isn't in the gold miners. It's in the copper miners. As a matter of fact, I just bought a little bit of this morning, Southern Copper SCCO, and I just kind of want to show you that chart as well. As you can see, this is a much better chart. Here we go. This is a much better chart than your gold miner chart. This is called Southern Copper. It's also a miner, but it's moving up very strongly into this. It's up about $8 today. So you might want to look at the ones that are mining copper and not gold, because gold has a limited utility, but copper, when it reopens, is going to be a very good bet. Also, you want to take a look, possibly if you're looking at another miner, at possibly Rio Tinto RIO. It's a very old company, but again, it has a beautiful chart. As you can see, it's moved right above. It's a cup with handle, and then it's moved right above the pivot. So that's kind of where you want to be looking, and not in the golds. I know that when techs aren't working, people run to the golds, but the golds as of late have not been trending as well as the other miners. But let's take a look at another gold that might be. It's KL, Kirkland Lake Gold. I don't think it's all that good a chart, but let's take a look at it. Oh, come on, let's go here for Kirkland Lakes, KL. There we go. It's still below the 50-day line, so you just don't want to buy anything below the 50-day line. That's why if you're into the miners, you might want to look at, there's three that you should look at. FCX, that's Freeport McMoran, SCCO, Southern Copper, or possibly my favorite, Rio Tinto, and that's Freeport McMoran. It's also a pretty good chart. It's pulled back a little bit today, but again, it has the same double bottom, moving very nicely above the pivot. So that's really where you want to be, and not necessarily in the golds. I know that that's probably the go-to, because a lot of people have not traded commodity stocks because it's sort of, we haven't seen inflation in a long time, but now with inflation, I think it's going to be bad. Okay, TTD really got hit hard today. Of course, it split 10 for 1. And I think it's down significantly. So this is just the whole problem with all the stocks that are in the NASDAQ. This is the way you want to avoid the NASDAQ right now. This is TTD. It's just looking horrible. It's got a 46 relative strength, huge sell signals here. You just don't want to be in it. I know that it's tough, because I too really like the techs. I really like this area, but the trade desk looks horrible. It's below the it's below the 200-day line. Here, let me show you what I'm trading, and it might make some sense to you. Here's one that I bought about 10 days ago. It's done very well. It's called HZO, and what they do is they make boats, and as you can see, it's a tremendous chart. I mean, as you can see, this is a tremendous chart action right here. So this is not in the NASDAQ. This is an S&P 500. This is not a tech. They make boats. Not a very exciting company, but doing extremely well. You can see lots of accumulation going on there as well. So that's kind of what I want to show you. Etsy is also going to be probably pretty horrible because again, the movement is out of the techs. And I know with a lot of people, they're going to want to trade crypto, and that's probably pretty good. I mean, you can make money in crypto, but there are other stocks besides the ones that are in that are in tech. So again, look at Etsy. It's horrible chart, as you can see. It's holding on to the 200-day line, but all of these charts are bad. I did a bear spread on Peloton. Let's look at it on it. It should be going down. It does well, with the bear put, it does better when it goes down. Yeah, and it's still holding on to about 85. I hope it'll. And then I also did another bear on let's see, why can't I remember? Datadog, DDOG. That's another one that I have a bear on. Yeah, and of course it's rallied a little bit, but the downward trend as well on this. So you just kind of want to stay out right now of some of the You just want to be out of some of the techs. You really just do, because they're not working really well down. Well, the market is not heading down. It's just moving into another sector. I know this is hard to understand, because most of the people on this chat have never traded anything but techs. So right now the movement is into the oils and the commodity stocks. I'll give you an idea of that here in just a second. So I'm going to bring up the best sectors in the economy and show you where the money is moving. The money is moving away from the tech industries. It's moving to commodity plays, and this is primarily because of the fear of inflation. Tech stocks only really do well typically in very, very low inflationary environments. We're getting a lot of inflation, and unfortunately, that's going to mean that their tech stocks are going to lose money, and they're going to favor some other areas. These are the top areas in the economy right now, and I just want to kind of give you a look-see on that. And basically what we have here, the number one area right now in the stock market is the Oil and Gas Royalty Trust. Number two is the oil and gas E&P. Now I have several stocks in the small portfolio. So let's take a look at the E&P area. This area is doing very, very well. This is the chart of the overall, of the overall industry. And I want to show you the leaders in this one: Denbury Reese's, Matador, and I have Matador right now in the small portfolio. So let's take a look at it. Let's see. Okay, so there we go. So Matador MTDR. This is this stock has been doing fairly well. It's still in the buy range right now at 28.27. It's right in the buy zone with a 98 relative strength. Now you compare this to the TTD that is trading below the 50-day line. This is where you need to be. You need to move your money from the techs over into the commodity plays, because that's where the money is. Also, if you'll notice on this list, and I just want to kind of show you this, the retail department stores is doing well, transportation, shipping, leisure products. This is where I have Marine Max. This is where Marine Max is. Very strong stock right now. As you can see, it's right in here. HZO is the symbol for Marine Max. Again, very, very strong, very, very strong stock right now. What's happening is that the money is moving out of tech because of the interest rates, because of the Biden administration decided that they wanted to raise interest rates. This is killing the tech market. So what people are doing is they're selling their techs, they're moving into the commodity plays. Another area that is doing extremely well is the lumber industry. And I just bought a small position in LPX, which is Louisiana Pacific, and that's the chart right here. So here's a nice chart on Louisiana Pacific. It's moving nicely right up right up as well. This is another area that you might want to take a look at, because that's where the money is moving in this market. It's moving away. What do you think of Peloton? Well, actually, I shorted Peloton in a Piton in a with a bear put spread, and as you can see, it's heading downward. So as it heads down, if Peloton, at least from what I'm doing, heads below 85, then I will start to make money on this trade. But there is a little bit of a dead cat bounce here, but the trend overall for Peloton is downward, and that's just something you got to deal with. So I hope you aren't long Peloton. I really hope you're not long Peloton. What do you think about the NASDAQ? Well, the NASDAQ is basically being the people are moving out of the NASDAQ, they're moving into the S&P, and they're moving into the Dow. And as a matter of fact, I have a very nice trade on a Dow stock that's coming up on earnings. That's Deere & Company. So you might want to check it out. I have, if you take a look at it, I just put it up. I just right before the show, I put it up. You can basically see this by going to www.vinnny.com/u/Dallas Trading Floor. And I have a very nice trade on Deere & Company. I want to show you the chart for Deere. These are the kind of stocks that you should be looking at, and not Peloton. This is Deere right now. Just going to give you a look-see on that. And then again, I have a trade on this one at Vinny, www.vinny.com/Dallas Trading Floor. So basically that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a bull call spread, not a bull put spread. I'm sorry. It's a put spread, not a call spread. So I think I made a mistake in that, but it's a put spread. But you got to go look at it. It's on Venny.com. Anyways, just wanted to bring that to your attention. I may have to make some edits. I was very pressed for time when I was making this, so I may have a few mistakes in terms of the edits on this. So be a little bit careful on that. Okay, so where's the market headed? It's moving out of Nasdaq. Let's look at AR. All right, AR. Okay. Yeah, Atro Resources. Oil and gas. Okay, now you're looking in the right area. Now, thank you, Jeet. Thank you for this very, very much. Now you're looking in the right area of the market. This looks very good. It looks like an E&P company. It's the second out of 197, so that's looking very good. Nice relative strength line as well. Its profits were up 677% earnings, looking very strong. Checklist is 77. Industry group is excellent. Yeah, this is definitely kind of the thing you want to be looking at. Let's see if there's a buy point on this one. Well, there is sort of a buy point. It's not shown here, but it's definitely right about here, above about $10.85. I think you're looking good. So you could definitely buy this one right now. AR, it's looking very, very good. Their profits were off a little bit this quarter, but their sales were down, but their profits were up. So this is looking very, very good, Jeet. Thanks. That's a good stock. That's definitely one you could definitely go for. Definitely a good one. TTD split news. Yeah, absolutely. TTD is splitting. Unfortunately, it's just at the wrong moment. I wouldn't be in this split. It's gonna dive right after this. Right after this, TTD is looking very, very weak. I don't think you want to buy this one. Yeah, it's just looking very, very weak. Take a look at so it's at 500. So this is actually going to, this is going to be this is going to be quite. I would not be in this split. I would not be in the split. This is not looking good. You probably will lose money on this one. I'm getting a lot of stuff. Upload image. Okay, let's see. I've got to go back to the. I'm getting questions from the Discord room that I'm in. So hold on. I'm just trying to. Okay. All right. So I'm moving back and forth. Unfortunately, there we go. Okay. So let's go back to. Let's see if I can get back to the right screen. All right. Well, oh heck. All right. There we go. It's just not letting me have it. Come on. All right. So let's see if I can just X out of this one. And all right. So I don't have. Let's see if I have my Chrome here. Let's see if there we go. Okay, back up. All right. So I don't think you want to be in TTD. I just don't think it's going to work. Look at Rail, RAIL. Let's look at that one. Right, Freight Car America. This is a good one too. Wow. Nice group, 65. It's a manufacturer, transportation equipment. This one's looking pretty good, Kate. Earnings are in 7 days. That's the only thing I'd be concerned about this. I'd probably watch this, but look at those sales. They're up, and it doesn't look like, yeah, they're still losing money. So the question is, will it become possible? Okay, it's got good funds. Coal carrying, interesting. Well, this is an area that I probably wouldn't buy this one, Kate, just because of its weakness, but this is a good area to be looking in. This is definitely a good area to be looking in. I think it is, but I would not buy this one. I'd watch list this one for right now. So that's probably pretty much it. Let's look at Baidu. Baidu is really is not doing well. BIDU. See if I can get this one. Yeah, Baidu. Yeah, this is looking, Samuel. Unfortunately, this market, the Chinese companies are really out of favor right now. Just the way it is. Things go in and out of style. Baidu is looking pretty awful. I probably would not be a buyer for Baidu. Yeah, okay. Baidu just slipped below the 200-day line. This is not a good sign. When it goes below this line, you definitely don't want to buy it. It's earnings in 8 days. I just think you've got to, I think what you've got to do on this one is just, is just avoid it. Avoid. So I think the best play right now on this until it gets better, you just need to avoid this stock. So Baidu, I just think you can't be. It's not going to be a good. It's not going to end well probably for you if you do Baidu, at least for right now. So that's just my opinion. Now space is different. Of course, that's Virgin Galactic. That's also not doing well. It was doing well earlier in the year, but the chart is absolutely horrible, and I want to kind of show it to you. And I sound so negative here, but I'm really not. This is just a bad chart. It's not worth buying. It's got earnings coming up here in about 9 days, but I don't think you want to be in this one. I just don't think you want to be in this one. This is the trend. It's down. You don't want to be in space. It's not a good stock. So I think I've got Samuel. Unfortunately, I got to pass on both of the ones, Baidu and space. I just don't think they're going to work. Unfortunately. All right. So okay, I see you corrected. Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I had some, I did some things. Okay, bought F, MRO call options. I don't know about F. F is there. F right now. Ford is suffering from the automotive group is not doing very well. I think you might want to trim your positions on Ford. It's fallen below. I don't think you want to be there, Mark. I'm not trying to be. I'm negative here. I'm really negative on Ford right now because it's below this line. I had Ford for the longest time. I'll be honest with you. I had Ford, but it just couldn't move above. It just couldn't move above this line. So I just think you have to be very careful with Ford right now. It's not in my portfolio, and I don't expect it is going to be in my portfolio anytime soon. It's just not performing very, very well. Let me kind of show you what I've been buying, because I think that might give you an idea of what I think is doing better. And this is in my small portfolio, so I always show the small portfolio, and I kind of going to show you sort of what I've been trading. Now, Southern Copper is down today. I did buy it today, but this is sort of where I'm headed in the market currently. Okay, so I'll give you a look-see on that. And this is the makeup of my portfolio. This is a very tough market to trade right now. I'll be honest with you. This is not an easy market to trade, and so it's been moving out of the Nasdaq into some of the Dow and other commodity-based stocks. Currently, this is my small portfolio. I'm still a quarter in cash, believe it or not. I'm up on Matador. I'm very much up on Marine Max. This is in 12 days, 6 days. Rio Tinto has done very, very well. This is a mining stock. It's up about 5% in 6 days. I've got Pioneer Natural Resources. It's up. Now, I'm down on these two stocks, Southern Copper and Louisiana Pacific. I just bought those today, so we'll see how they do. I suspect they'll probably strengthen up here a little bit. But if you'll notice, there's no tech stocks in here at all. Not a one. It's all commodity-based or oils. So that's kind of where I'm at in terms of the market. All right, so let's look at MRO to see if we can gin up anything there. So let me go back here to MRO. MRO is, yeah, there we go. This Marathon. Marathon's good. I think you'll do well on the call options on Marathon. That's been a very good. Oops, right back there. That's been a very good stock as of late. It wasn't so much last year, but it's been doing very well. as of late. It's pulled back a little bit, but it's still below the 13.29 buy point. But its earnings were excellent, 231% up. Very good. This is a good stock. The sales were a little bit down. The sales were down, but the profits were way up. So this is the kind of stocks that you want to look for that have this kind of motion, low to high. 94. So I think you're going to probably do very well on this one. I don't know where your calls are at, but if they're at about 1250, I think you're going to do very well on this. So, you might want to trim your forward options, but your MROs look pretty darn good. I do like Marathon in this right now. And a put on XLF. Let's look at XLF. I don't like to. Yeah. This one might not. This one might be a trouble as well. The financials have been showing some strength as of late, so this one may be an issue here. This one may go higher on you, just because the financials have been doing fairly well. Interest rates are the indications. All indications are that interest rates are going up. This should do better in this kind of environment, but I'm not a big fan of the financials, to be honest with you, but they probably are going to go up based on what I'm seeing right now. So that's kind of an interesting thing happening there. Okay, so that's okay. Is Home Depot overbought? Good question. This has been a very strong sector. I did very well with Lowe's. I'm out of it now, but Home Depot, has been doing very well. It's up $2.19. Is it overbought? Well, it's extended. I can tell you that right now. It's extended. I wouldn't be buyer here, but if I owned it, I wouldn't be selling it either, because the correct buy point on Home Depot basically was back in just a few weeks ago, really, when it was at right when it right after the earnings, it pulled back, but then it's been up ever since. So I don't know, it's looking pretty good. There's a pocket pivot right here, and it's extended from that, but this is, there really were two chances to get in. One was here, basically at 292. The other one was at 230, 320, 328. It's a little bit extended from there. I wouldn't buy it right now, but it's starting to look pretty good. The relative strength line is a little bit weak, and it's earnings in 7 days. So I wouldn't buy it right now. But if I were profitable in this issue, I would probably stay in. I probably would stay in, because this is looking not that bad, really. Not that rad, really. Okay. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. Sorry to be so. Do you think Tesla is a good buy? No, absolutely not. Please don't buy Tesla right at this level. I know it's less expensive than it's been, but it's not the time to buy Tesla. Please don't buy Tesla. Wait. Tesla will eventually sort this out, but right now it's in a downward trend. Tesla is not to buy right now. You don't want to buy Tesla, at least right now. This is the day is May 10th, 2018. Currently, Tesla is in a downtrend. You don't buy a stock in a downtrend. You're just asking for trouble. It is not a good time to buy. It just went after hours, and it is falling after hours. So, not the time to buy. Just not the time to buy Tesla right now. So, sorry about that. There are other things out there to buy that are good. Just don't want to buy Tesla. Tesla is pulling back. All the autos are pulling back right now. So it's a difficult time to be buying Tesla right now. So please consider not buying Tesla, and please consider not buying Tesla, because I do think that it is probably going to be moving lower. That is my impression of it, anyways. So, anyways, that's kind of where I'm looking at it. All right, so let's see if we can get some more stuff here. Home Depot. Okay. What do you think of Walmart? Walmart is kind of a safety play. It's a very stable stock. It will do it will do relatively well in an inflationary, and we're coming up in a lot of inflation in the economy. So Walmart will do very well in a situation like that because it is in many markets the least expensive of all of the trades. So I'm fairly bullish on Walmart. I wouldn't be buying it right now. It's just not in a buy zone, but it's got earnings in 8 days. It's a good stock, and especially if we see a lot of inflation, and we're seeing an awful lot of inflation in the food sector. I mean, I literally went to a shop on anecdotally this week, and a sub sandwich used to cost $5.50. It's now $7.50. That is within about 60 days. So get ready for some serious inflation. It's coming. It's coming to a town near you. And Walmart should do very well in a situation like that because they are the low cost leader. Home Depot. Okay. I would like. I think Walmart is very good. It's not really at a good buy point. I have a 521 call for. Okay. Let's see. Well, let's see if I can. Let's see. Let's take a look and see whether if that's a good call. Boy. Five. You know, if this doesn't work for you because it's right at the 50-day line, I think it's going to hug the 50-day line. I hope that you get called out, but it doesn't look good. It looks like it's probably going to expire on you because I'm looking at this chart. And I don't really want to say this because yeah, okay, so that's 145 right there. That's the limit. Okay, so that's 145 right there. I don't know. I think it's going to be a hard slog for it to get there. I think it's probably going to expire worthless. This is one of the reasons why I like to do spreads because it limits your risk. But I think this is going to expire worthless on you, Mark. That's what it's looking like on the chart. So you might want to think about possibly closing it. Jim, I'm back. Collecting my doggy coins and walk away. Back to real trading. Okay. Well, doggy. People making money in doggy trade. Doggy coin. I mean, my entrance certainly made it. He made about $500 just real quick, like real quick. I haven't been trading them. I haven't been really trading them. Okay, Kyle. Let's look at NOG. Let's see what's going on there. NOG, Northern Oil and Gas, like in this one too. This is also an Explorer. Doesn't look bad. Most of these trades is very, very similar, Kyle, in this group. So this one doesn't look bad. I mean, 97 relative strength. Very nice earnings. I mean, all these are pretty much going to trade the same in this group, but this is a very strong group. I mean, this group is extremely strong in terms of everything. So let's kind of look. I want to look and see what the leaders are in the E&G, oil and gas exploration group. And there we go. All right. So basically, these are the stocks that are in the group. There's EOG Resources, or PDX, which I own. That's Pioneer. Devon is excellent too. Fang, it's okay. Continental Resources. Let's see, Chesapeake. All these are really pretty good in here, all the way down to CPE. So there's a lot of good stocks in this area. Matador, you might want to take a look at that one. I own Matador. That one has been doing fairly well. Yeah, there we go. And this was the buy point, so I drew the line there, and it's pulled back a little bit, but I think it's moving up. So yeah, anything in the oil and gas group, in the E&G group, is probably pretty decent right now. Probably pretty good. Let's look at NMMD. All right. NMMD. Is that right? Did I get that right? ND. Not recognized. Okay, let's see if we can find another one. Sorry about that. Okay, Corvo. Yeah, the chips are just getting massacred today. I was in Corvo. I quit it. Again, it's the 7% rule. I just don't let them go anything more than 7%, and it's just headed for the basement. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish that wasn't the case. It's a terrific company, but the fact that I say terrific doesn't mean anything really. It's what the market says that counts. Yeah, this is a total sell signal here on Corporate. This is right now. I think it's the worst. The worst company right now in the S&P. So it's not good. Earnings are up. Look at this. Earnings are up, and look at this. People are selling. So Corvo looks like it's under attack. It's just this is not a sector that people are wanting right now. The semiconductor manufacturing sector is 135 out of 197. That's why I place so much emphasis on this. This is just not where the money is going in the market. The same thing is true with MU, and that is also off. Not as much as Corvo, but definitely off. Definitely not a good sign here. Just unfortunately, this sector was doing so well, and now not so much. So I think you just got to be out of this sector. It's just it's just one of those things. I wish it were different, but I'm just not even looking for stocks right now in that sector because they're just the sector in general is not performing very well. So sorry about that, but it's the way of the world, I guess. I don't know. INU. Let's look at INU to see INU. See if there's. Oh, I don't see that one either. Let's see if we can get another one. All right. Don't sell because it's going down. Okay. Well, I mean, you can hold on. I mean, absolutely. But here's the thing, and I don't understand why there's such a taboo against selling. If you sell and it goes down and then it comes back up, you just buy it again. That's what you do. It's just the discipline of that. You don't want to be on a sinking ship. I'm just telling you, don't want to be on a sinking ship. Now, a lot of people probably are going to tell you, no, just hang on. But 7% loss becomes 10% loss becomes 15% loss. So you just probably want to be careful there. Just just want to be careful. That's all. Okay. All right. F. Okay, let's take a look at F. F has not been doing very well. This is Ford, of course. And I was in F. I was shaken out, and I didn't get back in. The chart didn't look appealing enough to me. I want to go where the money's going. That's my main thing. So right now it's struggling to stay at the. It's below. I typically don't like to buy anything that. If it's reversing off the 50-day line, that's okay. But below the 50-day line, I'm not really a fan. It's still above the 200-day line, though, so that's sort of good. The 50-day is still above the 200-day, but I just wouldn't be in this one, even though the earnings were just really good. It doesn't matter if people are not buying in that area. So I'd be careful with Ford, at least for right now. At least for this week. So there you go. How do we trade pipeline hacking incident? Any winners? Well, basically the winners in the pipeline hacking units are all the people that have oil in the ground. Those are the people that are. What's happening is that they're going in, and the fix is in, as it always is with oil. They're pumping the price of oil up, and they're causing these quote unquote catastrophes like the pipeline isn't working. They're pushing the price up. It's going to be over $4 a gallon by the summer. So the people that are going to be the winners in this are going to be the E&G companies, and those are people like Pioneer Resources, PDX, Callum Petroleum, Matador, those kind of people. Those are going to be the winners. The people that have oil in the ground in the Permian, those are going to probably be the winners in all this stuff. So it's kind of shitty, but it's sort of how it works. All right, CELH. Let's look at that. CELH. It's going to be a while. And okay, Celsius Holdings. Oh, this is the calorie burning drink. This was really cool a few months ago. I do like this one, but right now, this is probably not a good area. It's 138 out of 197. I just don't want to be invested in an area. I want to be in the top 5% or 10% of where the money is going in the economy, and right now that's not the case here. Besides, it has a negative chart, at least on the daily. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, it's pulling back. I wouldn't recommend it. I would pass on that one, just because I think it's I think it's gonna be a problem. That's all. All right, so let's look at MRO. It's $12 call. Well, there you go. That might be a really good one. MRO, of course, that's marathon. That could be really good. The oils are doing well. Oh yeah, no, I think if you're at a $12 call, you may make some money on that one. Absolutely. Oh yeah, you're below the buy point. Yeah, the buy point is 13.29. So any call that's below that buy point is probably a good call. So Mark, I think you have a winner there. What I was thinking, you're above 15. I don't think it would ever get to 15. But I do think that you're very likely to get to 12. So I'm not trying to berate you. I just think that I'm looking at the chart. I'm seeing that there is a ceiling on the price currently with the cup stage base at 13.29. So I think your $12 call probably is going to pay. I think it probably is. It looks like it's headed in that direction. So I stand corrected. Is MJ a good stock? No, it is not a good stock. And besides, it's an ETF in the marijuana space. I was trading this about 3 years ago. It was. I was trading this 3 and 4 years ago. I made a lot of money on it. Have not been in it since. There's too much supply of marijuana in the market. I just don't think it's going to make you any money. Also, there's a downward trend. So would I recommend this one? Absolutely not. I'm sorry to say. I just wouldn't recommend it. Not a good chart. It's probably going to trend lower. It was up at 34, but in the entire history of it, yeah. See, I was trading it back in 2008 when it got up as high as this, but ever since it's just been in a downward spiral, and it looks like it's going in another downward spiral. So I would not recommend MJ. I just wouldn't recommend it, at least for right now. All right. Thoughts on? Okay, I don't know the coins very well, so I'll probably have to get back to you on that. All right. Fubo TV, I have 1,000 shares at 18. Should I hold it or sell it? Sell it immediately. I can almost tell you that right now. FUBU. Yeah, unfortunately, what was working so well this last year, it's probably not going to be working very well after this. I think if you have 1,000 shares, you might want to consider selling 999 of them. This is a bad chart. This is not going anywhere. It's going down. Take your money out of this and put it into something that's going to make you some money, at least for right now, and that's the oils. This is a terrible chart, man. This is not going to make you any money. Sell it before earnings. Sell it. Sell. Sell. You want to sell this one before you have less money. So, sell now, avoid loss later. So really that's kind of so really what I think you should do on this one is what I think you should do on this one on Fubo, sell it now, avoid your loss later, because it's going to make a loss. It's going probably at least to 10, and it may go below that based on this chart. It's going to bump up and down a little bit, but the trend of this is downward. So you might want to get out of it while you still can, because it doesn't look good on Fubo, at least for right now. All right, thoughts on PayPal. PayPal is interesting. It's in the financial space. I've always liked this stock to own this one. It is trending down right now. I wouldn't be a buyer right now, but if you've bought it, if you bought it a while ago off of the $212 buy point, then I think you're looking. You could still hang on to it. It has a downward trend right now, and it is trading below the 40-day line. It's a great stock. It had excellent earnings. If you want to hold it longer term and you're willing to hold on to it, then you might want to do this. But right now, it's going to be tough. I'll be honest with you, it's going to be a little bit tough. Still a great stock, but the trend is downward on it right now. Do you think Twitter is a good value? No, I don't. Unfortunately, it's really hard. I mean, we gotta kind of. I know it's hard to get out of this. Oh, look at that! I got a weird thing going on there. Huh, anyways, let's see if I can get that back. Okay. Oh boy, this is it. Very weird. Okay, you think that Twitter is a good buy right now? TWTR. No, I don't. And it's just because the chart doesn't look right. It's just not a good chart. Let me see if I can kind of do my camera here. Let's see if it gives me another resolution. I can go to a lower resolution. Maybe that'll work better. Well, no, it didn't. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I've got something weird going on here, and I don't know why. It's only giving me a partial screen, so maybe I can go over there. I don't know what's going on with my thing here. So let's see if I can work with my camera a little bit here. What kind of weird stuff's happening? I want maybe take a picture of that so I can show it to the people. All right. But yeah, a lot of weird stuff is going on. Right. Let's get a camera. Huh. Okay. Well, stop the camera. Maybe restart it. No, for some reason it doesn't like it. Maybe I can go on with just the my other thing. All right. So am I blocked? I don't know. I've got some weird stuff going on here right now. VAIC. Let's look at VAIC. VAIC. All right. Don't see that one, unfortunately. Let's see here, this one. My last option I bought today was MU. It's a call, a 26 call. You know, probably you don't want to be buying those nakeds because, you know, most of them are going to expire on you, I'm afraid. Western Union. Oh, it's not bad. Not horrible. Financial services in a good area. Let's see if I can turn that camera. No, it just isn't working. That is so weird. So let's see if I can. Well, that is just weird. I'm getting a weird thing happening. So, okay. Any thought? What are your thoughts on Apple? Good buy or not? You know, I'm trying to lighten my position in Apple. I'm pretty heavy in Apple right now. I don't want to be. I've been selling calls. I still like the company, but you know, it's sticking. It's just right at it's right at the 200-day. It's right at the line. So it's just not working very well right now. Just not working very well. I'm trying to lighten my position. We'll see. It's in a cup with handle. It probably will move higher. I've just got to wait for that to happen. But the relative strength is moving down, so it's just not looking good for Apple and any of the other big tech Nasdaq stocks. So not looking as good as I'd like it to be. That's for sure. I'm trying to lighten up my position. I do own it. I do own Apple. Okay, well, I am having problems with my. Let's see. Let's go to TikTok here. See if we can do that. Let me see if I can get some other stuff. Thoughts on Doggy Coin? Okay. I've been out of Vizio. Great. Yeah. That's a good idea. You probably want to be out of it right now. It's just a tough market to trade right now. It's just absolutely tough market to trade. I'll be honest with you. It just is not a good market trade. Well, I've come pretty much to the end here. So basically, what if you want to get on the action trade, if you want to see the trade today, I have a spread trade on Deere and Company. You can take a quick look at it. Just go over to www.vinny.com/u/Dallas Trading Floor. You can get an idea of that and see what it's at. And that might be a good trade. The Dow stocks are doing better than the Nasdaq stocks. So, and if you want to get on the action trailer, it's very easy to do. Just go over to let's see, go over to nope. There it is. Nope. Okay, I should have this. Subscribe on youtube.com/Dallas Trading Floor. So until tomorrow at 2:30, happy trading, and I hope everyone is okay, is well. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with some good trades, and see how things are shaping up. Be very careful in this market. The market is moving away from the Nasdaq to the Dow and parts of the S&P. So I'll see you tomorrow at 2:30. Happy trading.